Hi, Barbara. No, actually, I'll show you a quick making sure you can make one image so it resizes for all browsers. The reason we have different ones is because if you have different column numbers, for example, I'll open up this page and preview it in a browser here. Let me bring it over here. So we have 1, 2, 3 columns. When you have three, for example, this image here is about 320 by 320 by 320 by 240 or something like that. If you had just two columns, you would need a much bigger image. So we have sort of variations you can play with and work with. And all of that stuff in there is just for example purposes. But if you wanted to go down to 4 columns, and I'll show you an example right now. We're going to open the page. We're going to go to the okay, excuse me. We're using a column small 4. Now, if you want to, okay, this is the CSS framework we use, and it provides the columns and the rows. And for the columns and the rows, you can change them, and let's just show you the grid system right here, okay, on the Bootstrap site. It talks a little bit about the grid system, and then there's examples down below of how it all works, okay. So when you see a column, medium 4, that means there's 3 columns, because 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 12. It's based on a 12 grid system. So when you have a row with columns in it, as long as the numbers you use add up to 12, it'll take up the full row. If you use anything less, it'll take up less than the full row. But I want to show you an example here. Here is a column. I'm going to select the tag, right, and below it is another column with a picture. Okay, and I'm just doing this in code view, but if I were to select this column right here, I'm going to select it and I'm going to paste it above. I'm going to change them from 4 to 3. I'm going to change all 4 of these columns now over to 3, and that means I'll have a total of, that equals 12. There we go, and then that finishes off the first row. I'm going to save, and I'm going to preview this, and we'll see if it works right away out of the out of the bag. There we go. So to compare the two, same images, but they've automatically resized down. Okay. And the reason for that is we've applied this class of image responsive. Okay, so the original width of the image might be 360, 270, but we've used a class of image responsive, which basically says, resize them to a maximum 100%. So as long as you have a class of image responsive on your images, you could have a huge 1200 by 1600 pixel image in there, and it would resize down to fit the available row or container that it's in. As you can see, we have the 4 columns here, I should say, and the picture, although bigger in this page, they're the exact same pictures as here, just they've sized down because we've used a class of img-responsive. Okay, so I'm going to copy this into the ticket so you can use that for any image, right, that you put in your pages.